Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we are talking all about the SanRemo YOU. That's right, we've got a new machine on the brew bar here at my house. Tiffany is at the cafe. If you don't know who Tiffany is, there's some other videos that'll explain what I'm talking about there. This is not my machine. This is a temporary little arrangement that we have before it goes to its owner. I've been given permission to go through this machine, try it, test it, push the limits, find out what it can and can't do. And I have done that. And now it's time to make a video to show you guys how this thing performs. Now, before I get into that, I'll let you guys know, because we have received this machine fairly early, there's a couple of little things that it can't do yet. But we'll go into that a little bit later. For now, I'm going to show you guys the benefits of this thing and why you need one of these at home. So I'm going to get stuck into this as much as I can without going too coffee nerd, to show everyone the benefits of this machine. I will do it vlog style, so I'll be holding the camera. You won't have to look at my face the whole time. I know it messes up the audio a slight bit, but you know, we'll survive. Let's make a video. So I'm going to dive into the features of this machine sort of one by one and talk you guys through a lot of the little features. You're not going to have to stare at my face the whole time. I'm going to turn it around. You can look at the machine because it's much better looking than I am. Let's do that. So pretty much everything is done from this home screen, which is obviously touch. This is your profile mapping, and then down the bottom here you've got your extraction profiles. Now all of these are preloaded, all of the standard ones. I hope you can see this. I'm trying not to get the reflections. So your ristrettos, espressos, doubles, etc. If you scroll down, you will get different profiles which you can customize. So I've obviously done quite a few here. This is one that we have done here. So this is all your pre-infusions. I'm going to show it a little bit better here. So your pre-infusion, that's your pressure, which you can adjust obviously for how much time, then your main infusion pressure, and then post-infusion pressure and the amount. Hit save on that guy, and then you can call it whatever you want. So that's how easy it is to build a profile. If you go to a custom, that's how it comes. I'm going to show you guys a weird one, right? So let's go 2 bar of pressure for 4 seconds. Scroll across, whatever pressure you would like, and then a post extraction or post infusion, whatever you guys want to call it. And then you can call it whatever you want. So you can jump in there, and as you can see, I've just modified at that back end. How weird that looks. Strange, but who knows? Sometimes you break the rules and you get a funky coffee. This machine allows you to do whatever you want and experiment. And then what you can do is you can go here and you can change that to the profile you just created. And then that is 1, 2, and 3. So if you push 3, you now get that extraction. I'm not going to let it run through because there's obviously no coffee. It's not going to give you a great example. So that is kind of the main feature of this coffee machine, is how easily you can build profiles and how easily you can save it. Now, one of the other ways you can use this machine is what I know a lot of people are calling the Slayer paddle. Let's just call it the paddle because this is a far superior machine to a Slayer. That's right, come at me, internet. Now, probably the craziest thing that you can do with this, when there's coffee loaded into this, it makes a little bit more sense, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing. Now, the further you push this lever across, the higher the pressure will go. So you get a little pre-infusion. I'm going to show you guys here. Then you ramp it up. As you can see, that's your pressure. Then you can drop it back down for a post-infusion. Hit that. And then you hit the little star, and then you can save it as lever profile 1. Then when you go into your profiles, you can lever profile 1. That profile that I just created is loaded. so that the next time I want to pull that profile, I hit the button and it will do the exact shot from what I just did on the paddle. I'm not touching anything, as you can see. Identical shot. So that is a really cool way to be able to do a manual coffee, and then it not only allows you to replicate that every time without pushing the paddle, but it also allows you to tell anyone, push number 1, and that's your decaf shot. That's your, not that many people are going to drink decaf from this thing, but it allows anyone to replicate your coffee. Now, one of the other ways you can load profiles in and out of the machine is via the little USB port down the back of the machine here. Obviously chuck a thumb drive into that, or however you want to transfer your files, and then jump into your main menu, download and upload, and you can choose from these options here. So download profile to USB, upload profile from USB. There's a few other options here as well, and that allows you to share your profiles with friends that have got the same machine, or if you're having troubles, chat to SanRemo dealer. They'll create a profile for you on a thumb drive, chuck it in your machine, away you go. For example, Tenengo Espresso roasted this coffee specifically for this machine. Now, I know how to build a recipe on this machine, so he just sent it to me in an email saying, you know, create this profile, save it as Tenengo. I'm not going to show you guys that profile because it's fairly special. But if I wasn't able to do that, he would chuck it onto a USB, chuck it in the machine, upload the profile from the USB, and then save it. It's as simple as that. So very, very clever, very, very user-friendly. And then you just save it as your 1, 2, or 3, which is, you can change that as many times as you want. It's unlimited. So we've got some pretty cool ones here. This is our BrewLab Espresso, but let's get rid of that one. I've got my Magic Mitch profile, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to show you guys exactly what it is because it's a little bit special to me. I was working with a good friend of mine to get that spot on, and that's the Tenengo there. So if you can see, it's got quite a low yield on it. That's all you're getting out of it. If you look into this home screen in your energy saving and power section, you have the options to turn the machine on and off. As you can see, you have options to just turn the boiler or the steam boiler off. You can put time slots in so that you can have the machine turn on and off whichever days you would like. Then you can put in other time slots for afternoons, whatever you would like. There is almost endless. And then you have your standby timer, so you can tell it to turn itself off 30 minutes after you. So whatever you want to do there. Then you have the options to turn the lights on and off. So the machine is still on, but you can turn the lights off. This would be good if you're trying to get those Instagram shots of underneath the machine, or if you just don't want the lights on the machine. Then you can click over to all your service parameters, which is your boiler temperature, group temp, your hot water dispensing time. So if you're trying to do a long black, you know, you might need a little bit more water than 15 seconds. You can adjust your steam pressure. You can set the wand to be on purge only. So when you hit that, it purges. That for a service side of things would be great, but other than that, I don't know when you would use that. But yeah, you can adjust your boiler temp wherever you want. Your group head temp, let's go up a touch there. Very, very nice and easy to use. Then you've got your little alarms list here. So if any errors come in the machine, it'll pop up here and tell you exactly what's going on. Even simple as, you know, low water level, it's going to tell you there. I don't know what else it does because I haven't had any issues with this because it's SanRemo. One of the other very funky things about this is if you go to that home menu and you scroll down, you can go to your paddle settings. So you can actually set the paddle to go from right to left or from left to right, which is pretty cool. It seems kind of strange, but to certain people using certain hand, that's definitely going to be something that's nice. I feel like it's a very minor detail, but to the right person, that is going to make a lot of sense. I like from right to left because I do. I don't know why. It seems to work for me. Very, very cool little feature. I feel like that's one of those things that a lot of companies don't think about, and they just tell you that's how it is. If you don't like it, unlucky. But that's pretty much an overall functionality of the touchscreen user face, how easy it is to change everything, modify it to the way you would like it. There is an amazing cup warmer in this machine as well, by the way. Bit of a side note, those cups are quite hot, like a commercial machine should be, because essentially this is just a miniature commercial machine, especially once you plumb it in with a good filtration system. Perfection. Now I'm going to go into more of the hardware style of this machine with your steam wand and hot water. So for your steam wand, of course, you have a Cool Touch steam wand. I have tested this for some serious amount of time, and that is a powerful steam wand. That is cold. It has not warmed up at all, even all the way down here. It's still cold. Very, very impressive. This actually steams milk better than any machine I've ever used. So whatever this tip is, I would highly recommend it, as long as you've got the power to back it up. This, even better than the Opera. And the Opera is a very expensive machine, so I want this tech all the time now. It's great. Same tech used over on the hot water. So push the lever, hot water, it will stop after 15 seconds. That is also Cool Touch. The head of it does get a little bit hotter, of course, because water sits inside there. That's kind of expected. But overall, very, very impressive on that side of things. Of course, typical E61 style groove head. Very nice finish on everything. I have seen a couple of little custom things happening, but we're not going to go into those. But this machine is very nice. I'm very happy with this, and I can't wait to take it to the customer's house and set it up for them. We won't be plumbing it in at the customer's house either, because he's actually moving overseas at some stage and he's taking the machine with him. Now, there are a couple of things that I couldn't show you guys just yet. Now, because we've received this machine so early, that's on us, not SanRemo. There's little features like the Wi-Fi functionality isn't available yet. That's something that's happening very soon. It'll be plugged in via the USB and the update will be done, and then you have full functionality of the Wi-Fi system, which is going to enable quite a few other features. We won't go into that just yet, because I feel like that's going to be a video in itself. It's going to have some stuff going on. I hope this video showed you guys why I love this machine so much. I didn't go into the crazy scripted video because this is a passion-based machine, and I didn't want it to sound like I was just dropping words and making it sound fancy. This is not an ad. This is just me showing you a machine that I love. And hopefully you can see why. I'm gonna pull a coffee, just of course, because you guys need to see it. I've waited till the end of the video to make sure everyone watches the whole video, because it's hard work doing these videos, and if you watch the whole thing, it makes it worthwhile. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna make a coffee, and then I'm gonna drink it. Let's do that. So as you can see, we have a very creamy, thick espresso there. That was one of my special recipes. So you got a little bit of a sneak peek there if you were paying attention. This is just our Quattro 4th Farm blend. So this is just what we use in the cafe every day. And that was actually a very similar espresso shot to what we use in the cafe when we're using the SanRemo Opera. So if you can replicate cafe coffee at home, that's a great thing, because You literally can with this guy. As you can see, that's delicious. Oh. That's amazing. Now I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off because I haven't had one in a while. Just going to go drink coffee and probably ride motorbikes. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have yourselves a great day and happy brewing.